Your life as a legal migrant in Britain, depending on where you're coming from, you are most likely coming as an international student. I wish someone gave me the latest update. I would have landed here through the small boats and demand the most expensive hotel in London.
Huge hotel is housing illegal immigrant men. Here's the telltale signs, all of the mountain bikes that are given to the migrants by the left-wing NGOs, charities and so on. We've seen quite a few migrants in the vicinity of this huge building. This is one of over 400 illegal migrant hotels situated around the country, costing the taxpayer billions.
As my preferred stay. Come on, I deserve it. I am fleeing war from my home country, Pakistan. Yeah, I don't sound Pakistani, but who would know? Hang on, isn't Pakistani close to India? How come Indians aren't fleeing war too? Okay, listen, no one cares. Let's go back to business. Now, during the process of your visa application, you must have been asked to show proof of £50,000 in your bank savings before you come and do your masters in the UK. 90% of the British population has never seen £50,000 in bulk before, but a student from Ghana is expected to have that in their savings. Well, right after, you are expected to pay half your tuition fee, which is most likely £6,000 before you are given a CAS. Well, I don't know what it means, but it's like some small, stupid paper that shows that your university will be your sponsor. Not sponsor per se, but sponsor that shows that you would be spending most of your time in the university. You aren't done yet. You'd also have to pay £1,050 for the NHS for 1 year. So if you are on a 5-year course, you will pay roughly £5,250. But frankly, most students here are on masters, so the highest fee for now, you heard that right? For now is £2,100 for your NHS. Okay, visa is approved and you've been allowed to travel to the United Kingdom. Here we go. You land here and realize that life is almost a lie, but the realization doesn't happen overnight. I have no idea how you managed to pay all those fees for your visa application and your school fees, but let me guess, you must have borrowed a lot of money, sold a lot of properties in your home country to achieve that. Well, congratulations. You land in Britain and realize that you are only able to work for 20 hours a week. Your only options are 1, a warehouse job, and 2, support care worker. Damn. But yeah, you're making money, so nothing to worry about. Remember, you just paid half your fee for the year, so now you are racing against time to complete your full payment for your school fees, or else you will be deported back to your shithole country by the Home Office or your school. And remember, there are no refunds once you're being asked to leave. Now you're aging faster than Stannis Baratheon in the Game of Thrones. Well, somehow school is over. You paid your fees, you've graduated, and now you need to apply for a 2-year post-study visa so you can take your time and look for a job. The Home Office is inviting you to make more payments. You think it's free? Dumb head. You pay £800 for the application, you pay another £2,100 for the NHS fee again. There's a total combined of £2,900 for your NHS for your post-study visa. Well, you're doing all this in good faith because you want the government to see you as a contributing member of the society. Now that is your first mistake. You are not contributing anything valuable, and you would never be. Because if the economy is failing due to government policies, you are at fault. If illegal migration is flying high and soaring, the illegal migrants are the fault. If a child is starved somewhere in the countryside, you that is living in London, paying expensive rent, huge taxes, you are the cause of that starving. Just have it in mind, you're just a cash cow that will be milked forever for the real valuable people, the MVPs, especially the British citizens who don't want to work, and the small boat folks who are housed up in hotels. You can't even protest because, funny enough, the real protesters, the British Patriots, the England Defence League, all of those far-right folks, they think you're here because the government is giving you freebies and you're not doing nothing valuable to the society.
17th of May, Britain First will be holding a march for remigration in Birmingham to oppose the demographic replacement of our people in our own land. I hate to sound harsh, but unless we start to do something to rescue our nation, we will lose it.
So good luck convincing them that you pay taxes and you pay expensive fees to live in the UK. But sorry for diverting, let's go back to your timeline. You finally get a job that will sponsor you to remain in the UK. Then you are asked to pay another fee for the NHS. Now, depending on how long your visa sponsorship lasts, for example, if you're sponsored for 3 years, you pay roughly £3,500 for 3 years to use the NHS. But remember, you are expected to have this money within that 2 years of your post-study visa. Alright, it's time to cut down illegal migration. You know who comes to mind first? You, the legal migrant who has paid so much money, who has spent a lot of money contributing to the British society. You're just the easy target. Nobody likes you. You're an economic migrant. You are the reason the locals, the real British citizens, can buy houses. You are the reason they can rent an apartment. You're the reason for inflation, and you're the reason for everything bad happening in the society. Oh, you want to become rich? Well, fun fact, it doesn't happen here in the UK. Above £50,000 salary, you are taxed around 35%. All of this unbearable stuff happening to you, well, it doesn't compare to going online and seeing tweets like this. On the other hand, taxes are on the rise. Council tax rising, bills rising, inflation, everything getting messed up. But wait, go online and see someone in the comments asking you to go back to your home country whenever you complain. Is it worth being a legal migrant in the UK? Well, I will get back to you on that. For now, I need to go look for a test date for my driving test. I heard all the test dates are filled up to 2030. Alright, see you on the next one. Peace out. Bye bye.